Alright, you salty salmons. Oh, you can hear what's going on in this. What's up? Oh. Dang. I like bumped my camera or something. The only way I can think about fixing it is to close OBS and relaunch it. Wait a second. Okay, that works. This is just going to be a short stream, but I felt bad about ending it last night when I did. I mean, 10's when I normally end, so it's not even full 2 hours or whatever, but I want to finish this fight and get a little bit further in, but I still plan on wrapping up around the 10. I'm sorry, I just got heartburn all of a sudden, so I am going to grab some Tums. Alright, I'm back. My thing fell. Hold on. Hopefully this doesn't fuck everything up, but I feel like it will. Let's hit this. Yep, it fucked everything up. Yeah, fix it. That's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. That should work much better. So, hit this. Oh, okay, we're good. Basically, the cord for the camera was getting jostled. That was leading to some issues. I want to attack the Mind Flare. The Zell can attack at all, actually. Agreed. Whee! Don't tell me what to do. We'll see how this fight goes. I'm not gonna keep trying it again and again. I'll give it the college try and then we'll call it. How am I supposed? Decent. Gotcha. We don't have action surge just yet. Damn. No. Oh, we got him. Oof, that was good damage. I think. What kind of damage is this? Necrotic? Oddly enough, he doesn't have necrotic resistance. Ouch! Oh my god! It's fantastic. Let's see. Okay. I don't have cure wounds. We're just not doing enough damage. That's the issue. It's such a dumb blessing. Well, it's not the worst. We're so close, but not quite close enough. Shit. Yeah, we're not going to win. That's a shame. I didn't set myself up with the best spells, though. I did say I was only going to try once. But now we're sort of in a bad spot. Oh! Mm-hmm. Hmm. Wait. Run. Uh-oh. That's scary. There we go. Yep. Just in time. Basically. Ah, that felt good. Oh, my precious loot. That's a shame. Look at him. Alright. Sure. Can I get a frickin' shield? Game, like, come on. This is getting ridiculous. Hey, girl. I'm gonna wake her up. It doesn't matter, we made it. Yep. What do you do? Yeah, that's true. Alright. Damn straight. Okay. I got a hat. Oh my god. I hate it. I do want to try to get a shield. Like, where the fuck is a shield? Alright, spells. Jesus Christ, the spells that she has is lame. The Guiding Bolt's good. The Flux Wounds actually came pretty handy. On you go. On I go. Where's a shield? Holy shit. Yeah, settlement in your ears. Got him. Ooh. Hey, it's nice to see you, Nilyars. Is that how you pronounce your name? It's Nilyar. I like it. How are you doing, my friend? Oh. This is just going to be a short stream. I'm going to try to stream again tomorrow, but basically I felt bad about how I left things last night and I just rushed off quickly, so I wanted to play a little bit more. I didn't even finish the first fight last night. And I'm hoping that Koff can stream tomorrow. But his computer is broken. Shit. Sweet. I just caught on fire. And took a shit ton of damage. There we go. Oh. Do not know how we're going to get out of this without fighting them. I don't want to fight them. Quite frank. Let's see. Nar. Okay. Doing good. I thought I'd stop in, say hi, and see what's happening. Yay. Be nice to get him back up and running. Yeah. Last notes look promising. Hopefully tests prove it out. I usually stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so missed you last night. But did try to watch replays when it can. I understand. And thank you so much. Oh, excuse me. Alright. I think the best tech. Wait a minute. What am I doing? I'm a goofball. Frickin' she starts with a shield. Like I need to get a flippin' shield. And then I can throw on this lawn sword. Yes! My god, that changes everything! Oh, that's great. She doesn't have a shield now, but whatever. Excuse me. I did, yeah, I checked out your channel the other day. I need to watch more of your stuff. I liked what I saw. There you go. Oh, trying to pickpocket Shadowrun. Let's not do that. What's the game that you've been streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays? What am I doing? I already have an idea. A crit mess? Shit. Damn. And we're going dead last. Oh, that's not good. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Excellent. No. Why not disengage? Leave my cleric alone. I'm kicking a lot of ass, though. Let's see. Oh, Elden Ring. Okay. Thank you. I'm learning to do better every day, but it is a love that you keep going at. Yeah. I've been streaming Elden Ring. Okay. Trying for 100% completion with all endings possible. Damn. I got playthrough 1. I got up to the fire giant with what I called a dragon mage character who well, they did dragon magic. It's pretty awesome. but it's not my cup of tea. I have at this point tried multiple times. I've tried multiple times to do Dark Souls and Bloodborne, and I did Sekiro, and I got pretty far in Sekiro. I didn't get too far in Dark Souls. I got up to the sewer of the Blighted City, actually. Played a little bit of Dark Souls 3, but I only got to the first boss. I got up to so I got up to that. Ouch. Why did we level up? That's so lame. Oh, we didn't kill everybody aboard the ship. We just ran. Really? And because of that, we're not leveling up. Nah. That feels like an unreal. But I just won't bother fighting the guy. Let's load here. Cool. I not gotten that far yet on any of my characters before I started streaming. Probably more than 3 episodes, and I'll be close to where I was at. Gotta love when that happens. It's just there's something about FromSoft games that are just not my cup of tea. And I've tried at this point multiple times. I did like Sekiro for a bit, and like I said, I got far in Elden Ring, but it was just, I wasn't having fun. These boots have seen everything. Give me your shield. You can't. Alright. Yeah, they're brutal and sometimes get a much when you're hitting your head against a wall on one mob, yeah. Yeah, and I don't like the worlds. I appreciate them for what they are. I think the lore can be interesting. But I don't like how things are presented. It's just, I don't feel rewarded when it takes me a long time to beat a boss. So there's that. Instead, I just feel like I've wasted my time because it took me so long to kill like one character. But there's also just like there's a lot of secrets, which I get that people like, but I also feel like I'm being punished for not knowing the secrets because I don't know where the secrets are, like on my first run through or whatever. It makes things harder because like you have to encounter challenges in a specific way that if you just know like to jump off this ledge or to hit the secret wall, you can like completely circumvent the thing or come at it from a different angle where it's much easier. Which, again, certain people think that makes it more rewarding because it's like, oh, this is so tough, but like now I found this secret route. But I feel like he's being a jerk, to be quite frank, because like one of the ways he finds secrets is to jump off ledges, and you die. And I get like you sort of just get this attitude playing those games that death is learning something new. But it's like, it's not that punishing, but to have to keep starting over from certain checkpoints just gets annoying after a while. It's not even like losing your souls that's an issue, because honestly, that really isn't an issue. It's just this having to start over. It's like, okay, I'm done with this section. Yeah, I get that. And they don't really tell you this is a quest you need to do. There's that too. But I mean, like, that's old school game design. And I like retro games. But also, to be quite frank, those were some of the most annoying parts of retro games. Like Simon Quest. Simon Quest, cool concept. It freaking sucks because, like, to do the things you need to progress are just so obtuse sometimes. Like, you have to run to this lake, and you have to crouch for 3 seconds after you get a specific crystal or something like that. I think it's even longer than 3 seconds. And then it opens up the lake so you can progress. It's like, what the hell? And, like, the Soulsborne games are inspired by those kinds of games. And it's neat. It's neat to see, like, what would happen with those games in, like, the modern era. But also, it's just kind of annoying. I love the retro games, but some of those decisions are more like, I have to deal with them, as opposed to it was fun to deal with them. And they're just kind of in the Soulsborne game as is. I don't think it is worth the cost. I still got a nice gem. We got one more turn. I guess we can end it now. Alright. Oh, haven't played through Simon's Quest in so long. Yeah, many comparisons there. Yeah. I even like Simon's Quest, but to be honest, I like Simon's Quest in the context of having a walkthrough. Because then it's not so bad, and the concept is interesting. There's still some things that are just like bullshit about it, though. Oh, like there's this tower area where like you can completely climb up the tower, and that's not the way that you're supposed to go. And if you do that, you fight all these enemies, and you don't get like hardly anything from it. And really, you're supposed to like walk through this invisible, not even invisible, so it's a wall, and you're supposed to know that it's a fake wall and go through it. So, like, you're kind of running around circles, and you're encountering all this resistance, and it's, like, really tough. Because there's, like, a section where you have to do pixel-perfect jumps, or there's spikes, and you just insta-die if you don't do the pixel-perfect jumps. And you're like, what the hell? And the whole answer was you never had to do it in the first place. So, that's just fun. So, showing my age, but those retro games were innovative when you're coming from playing things like... I get you. I'm from the 64 era myself. So, I was born in 93. And it's just hard to describe. I mean, that's like very different than Pong. But just to go like with that, like how massive Mario 64 felt to me as like a child. Or Banjo-Kazooie. It felt like this huge world that I could explore. And it was like, oh my god. And going back to that now, it's like very small maps. At the time, it was ridiculous. 1972. Okay, that's when my stepmom was born. So, let's see. And my experience with the NES games, though, was like the older kids system. Like, I always wanted to play those games, but they wouldn't let me. Whoops. Sweet. Now give me your shields! AC and painting, that's awesome. Well, that was huge, but even back then at Atari 2600, is that how you say it? That feels wrong. Because the games were huge and now you can beat them in 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, that's fair. We'll save here. And I get that feeling too, because like, again, it's also like a thing of like, wow, look how amazing this game. But that said, like, and this is coming from Dan from the Game Grumps perspective, admittedly. Like talking about the graphics in those old games, it wasn't like necessarily that you thought it looked so realistic at the time. It was more like your imagination filled in the gaps so you could really flesh out the world. And I get that, sort of like from a perspective of like Rogue, which was like the alpha numerical stuff. I forget the ASCII, I think it's what it's called. Wow. Sorry. But yeah, just like to have the characters represent things. Your imagination fills in a lot of the gaps. And it's just like something that we aren't as used to doing in video games now. Okay, oh, I can see it, thank you. Try to think of how to pronounce that, because to me it looks like ASC2. I was watching an interview earlier with a game producer who was talking about like Zork 2 and Zork's Revenge. Oh. Yeah, okay, so we were watching an interview earlier with a game producer who was talking about games like Elden Ring, and that right now we are in a trend of hardcore games. But he's seen over time they go in cycles. Yeah, that makes sense. ASCII. Okay, that's what I thought. It was like pronounced ASCII, but I was just trying to blank on that. And thank you. Where in another 5 to 10 years, we'll go the other way and switch back and forth every 10 years or so. That's an interesting trend. I could see that. I mean, people in general tends towards cycles with things. For example, in music, there's a general trend of music will go from more dance-oriented to more lyric-oriented. Sort of like going from folk in the 60s to like disco in the 70s. I mean, that's, again, a generalization, but it's kind of seen and repeated. I know, in my generation with like the 2010s, we just had dance music for sure. My goodness. I didn't hate it at the time, but not a whole lot to that generation of music. Let's see. Games producer Glenn Schofield. Director Glenn... Gotcha. Director of the Callisto Protocol. You had Dance Dance Revolution. Yeah, we did. I don't get to play that as much, sadly. I got to play it once at an arcade and I love it. I love dancing, though. Dance, dance like we're falling apart at the heart. I can believe... Fuck them up. Yeah. Whoa! That was enough to level up. Not sure if I'm careful. Yeah. Shadowheart can level up. But it's actually interesting because Baldur's Gate 1 was one of my first games, along with Mario 64. So Baldur's Gate actually has a place near and dear to my heart. So this is awesome that we now have the third one. And they have done a good job with the franchise. Now, it's not anything like Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, but... Did you actually play those games? They're Nelia. What am I? Dance, dance, like falling apart. Miss me, now you gotta kiss me. Yeah, that's right, you dash at me. Perfect. Everything has such a high dex save in this game. That fight went a lot better. You damn right it's not such a distant prospect. Look at me! Look at my glorious dwarf! I've liked all of them, though not gotten into Baldur's Gate 3 as much. I get ya. I get Action Surge, heck yeah, which is a lot of health. I've added 10 HP. So, no one say that's a lot of health, but it's definitely more health. Except. They have been pretty good. I have enjoyed all of them. Baldur's Gate 2 is pretty hard, though. And I know a lot of people actually like that about it, like, to the point that they want games like it to also be difficult. And it's fine. My only issue with hard, like, D&D games, it's a lot of just, it's too RNG based. I mean, there's something to that, but a lot of times you can do, like, the perfect quote-unquote strat and lose because you just keep rolling like ones. And it's like, okay. But to have that also be difficult. But I mean, Baldur's Gate was also just built on a hardcore system. Like, my goodness. 2E is notoriously brutal. Excuse me. And that's true. Every little bit of health keeps you alive longer. I just want all of the health. I want 75 HP. That's sort of a joke. But I mean, the honest truth is my race's special features that I get for health. So I was expecting a little bit more, but it's still not bad. It's more than I would normally get. So I basically get an additional health point per level. But Dwarven Resilience. Oh no, that's poison. Combat training. Nope. Where is it? No, it's somewhere. It's the gold dwarf thing. Of course, it's not. Oh, no, that's not it. I don't know what it is. Not seeing it, but that's fine. I basically get an additional health point per level. No one help you. Let me see. I like my RPG like Baldur's Gate to be set in a way that you can enjoy and get into the role playing of it. That's fair. I mean, I feel like this does a good job doing the line of being difficult, but also being forgiving enough to allow for roleplay, at least on normal. And then you can choose harder if you so choose, if you want it to be more brutal. Pillars of Eternity does an amazing job of letting any build be viable, so you sort of can just do it for roleplay and still not completely suck. Now, I mean, of course, you can always optimize your build. You can't really avoid that. I'm a hero, so I want to save the day. But I agree. I mean, what's part of why I like role-playing games is role-playing. So... Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nope. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very sexual. But I did. Excuse me. Tell me your name and story. Heck yeah. That's a cop-out answer. Okay, I have to go off and record another video for next week's recording session. You have a great rest of your stream. We'll catch up. Thank you, bud. I'm actually about to call it here. I know it was a short stream on my part, but 10 is usually where I call things. So, yeah. I think I've only told him the truth about that. Alright. Bye. You have fun recording. Sweet. Like I said, I am going to call it here. We might continue this tomorrow, but I'm still, fingers crossed, hoping Koff gets his computer up and running, and that we can play that tomorrow instead. I have enjoyed this character, though. But, yeah, I want to finish this game. And I want to finish that playthrough we've gotten so far, so. In any case, thank you so much, Nelyar, for joining me, and everyone else who might have joined in but didn't chat. I hope you've enjoyed this bit of the Dragon's Treasure. Pretend I like as a mic and drop it. If you ever appreciate if you showed that sub button.